Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes. This is Grand Arena for the alt account. Today we only have 2 of the 3 rounds. I just completely forgot about the 3rd round and didn't do it. I think I might be getting a little burnt out on it. But we're still going to keep doing this. It's just, I don't know, weird thing happened. Quick look at the status of the main account before we get into the battle, not the main account, the alt account of my account on this thing. We're at 3.57. I haven't really been touching it. There's videos I want to make, so I've just been kind of in a holding pattern. Building out certain squads, kind of getting them ready. Maybe for next week we'll do a couple things. My opponent, Jar Jar B, for the first round, 1.9 million GP. Pretty low, but that's high performance. For him to be at Bronzium 2 at that gear level means he's playing pretty well, so he's probably someone I'm going to want to be a little bit more careful with, and I have no memory of this stuff. Alright, so he full clears me. 1027 banners. Two shots up against Darth Revan. I think this is starting to come back to me. Yeah, 1 shots. Okay. This is a good match if I remember, if this is the one I'm thinking it is. So we got Ewoks, Darth Revan with a relic. Down below we are looking at Padme and Karth. Padme, though, is with the Galactic Republic, does have the 5 sacrifice Zeta. So let's jump into these main battles. And we'll critique my strategy, because I don't completely remember how I handled some of this stuff. Alright, Trey. This one makes sense. Trey is a good counter. I don't like to use it on this account just because I don't have both leaderships. I don't have both Zetas on Trey. I have the leadership one, not the unique, I think. Forget which one does which exactly. You kind of want both for her. But this is a fairly decent counter up against weaker Padme squads. Or equally matched. So this... Yeah, it's just going to take a little time. We need to focus down on 5s. We don't want the sacrifice. Try to get debuffs where we can. Work around Rex's cleanse. And there's our Annihilate to secure it. Now we got to go after Rex before he can do his aerial advantage ability. Took advantage of somebody with low health. And down goes Rex. Decrease cooldowns over on Nihilus by reapplying Isolate. Just trying to cycle back through to Nihilus again quick. And Padme goes down. Pretty simple and straightforward. With Karth here, I wonder if I did CLS. There's a lot of ways we could go about it. I probably just wanted to get through it. Separatist, okay. I don't have the Metalloid Monstrosity Zeta. Even at Gear 12, that's pretty desirable. If I stick with this squad, you'll see why. Okay, it definitely changed my mind. Because it's kind of necessary. It does make a difference. Even though he doesn't pack the same punch. Instead we go with Django. This is going to be safe. This was a good call. This is just me wanting to hold back some of the weapons. Candace is the most annoying one, so I'm going after him when I can. There's the payout. And then we just rip through it quick. No big deal. Back while we're looking at troopers without Zeta and fairly low gear, so it's going to be pretty quick work. Bad Batch is a good call. I don't have the Echo Zeta. That's another one that would be really good at this point. That's the one that really matters, but with the gear difference, we're gonna get ahead of this. Just the Bad Batch are a great squad at almost any level. The synergies, how they knit together is so effective. And now that the farms are accelerated, there's really no reason not to have them. Just look at the health that they have. This is like mixed gear 8, gear 9. Because there's a couple of them you can take up to gear 9 without Kairos. And they're just tough. It's what I was hoping for the Inquisitors. And the Inquisitors didn't need to be as good as the Bad Batch, but at least feed into each other enough where they were viable. We're probably going to have to two-shot this Darth Revan squad. Do I go with Nest? Okay, I don't solo it, but I do go with Nest. Just booster with a little bit of support. Cure Lead's going to up the damage. Dash is just solid. This is way more than was needed. Oh, I changed my mind. Okay. Probably the smarter move. Although troopers maybe could have helped me out up against Darth Revan. But I still have CLS and Jedi Knight Revan as counters. We start out with CLS. This will let me it has the firepower to take out a couple key characters. We lose CLS, but we've taken out Trooper. Really, this is not a great situation. Not the situation I was hoping to set myself up in. But we at least got rid of the pre-taunt. I go with Mace or Old Ben. I go back and forth between those two as a fifth for a Jedi Knight Revan squad. Bastila Fallen is one of the easier pieces to take out, but also one of the more important ones, so I opt to take her out first. HK-47 has a ton of recovery up against Jedi, so that's why you see so much protection coming back. I think I just even end up skipping him. There's a recovery. Lose 2 weapons again real quick. I'm gonna Basic, yeah, that's what I thought. Get back to my cooldowns. And we die. But I believe I keep going. Plenty of time left in this video. What weapons do I have at this point, though? Separatists, okay. There's a little bit of control here. We can do a little bit of stuff with extortion. Healing immunity is going to be helpful over on Grievous, but you can see just meddling monstrosity would be nice. There's our health damage from extortion. Maybe I don't get through this. Because we're running, maybe it's the next battle I'm thinking of. Let me check ahead. No, I did get through this. So I'm going to show all the attempts, but you can skip ahead if you don't want to see a couple failures. It takes me a while to figure it out, but this is why I don't give up. You can find ways through things. So with Old Republic, this is just because they have the gear. I give them a shot. But they don't really do anything. That falls down quick. We still have Vader as a weapon. We've got Shock T. Oh, I have more than Vader. I have a legit squad. There's only one Zeta on the squad though, so it doesn't completely function as it ought to. And stuns don't work up against when Darth Revan's active. But we got rid of one of the weapons. We're slowly picking it apart. Probably using Shock T now. This squad could use more gear. Especially on Shock T. She just falls down because I didn't notice what that was, like gear 9 or something. She's too weak for that. You can see with the gear on the rest of these guys, we do, but we're taking it out and dealing with the relics and gear levels a lot easier. Now I need the right RN. Oh wait, that can work if it ramps up enough. But now we're in a situation where we need to clean up a Gear 11 Malik, which is completely doable. Now would be a better time for my Newt team. JTR has the healing immunity. Finn's damage is going to be ramping through this. I really want that BB-8 roll with a bunch of Zeta. Is the squad's not functioning as it should, and that's just like one of the minimum Zetas that would make it do more of what's needed. And we're getting close. This takes its time, but this works out as it should. And there we go. Now we have access to fleets, which will be easy for this account. Fleets is just one of the most robust advantages you can have. You should be building it at all times and always adding to it. And I mean, these are low stars and stuff. There's nothing to even really discuss. This is one of the things that happens with a lot of players is they only have one fleet. But this guy is 2 million GP. But here's what's amazing. I won this battle. I won this match. So that means he probably lost a lot of characters while playing. He did get through most of the squads with one-shots, but probably just not efficient one-shots. But pretty impressive run on his end for how small his roster was. But I'm really happy to just have stubbornly pushed through this thing and ended up winning it somehow. For round 2, no memory of this one either. Von Kondrat is our opponent. He has gas. He's got a good amount of relics. He's at 4.4, like 900k more million GP than me. 900k? What kind of sentence was that? 900k more GP than me. You see his depth is pretty good, but starts getting a little shallow. But still a problem. It's really going to depend on what kind of defense he sets. That's pretty common for these kinds of matches. And we are looking at Geos and Bounty Hunters. And down below, Karth and Night System. I think I misplayed this. I think afterwards I thought I should have done this differently. Maybe not. Let's head to the big screen. We go with Palpatine Vader. And I think I would do this again. The relics, though, make it a little bit weak. If I had the Zetas like on Palpatine and stuff, or no escape on Vader, this one would be better. Maybe this worked out. I don't recall. But I would be getting more turn meter if I had the Palpatine lead when I throw the saber and the debuffs expire. It's like I chuck it, but you see I don't get any turn meter driven. And then characters start falling. Whereas if I would have had the Zeta, Palpatine could have gone out and stunned before this stuff started happening. And without getting all the ability blocks I needed, can't prevent a cleanse. Probably do it again, but it doesn't work out. And I didn't want... The better counter probably would have been Troopers, but Troopers is what I wanted to do here up against Boss. Because this is just such a strong counter. Like, we've beaten better bounty hunter squads with this trooper squad. Although I wonder if Palpatine would have had just as good of a shot to beat this. Probably would have. And these guys definitely would have beat the Geos. I'm going to do Traya. This is one of those things where both Zetas would make it better. Sith Trooper would have been a better option to have saved for this squad. I'm just trying to time out. Yeah, we don't get the luck I need. I think the pieces are there. Sith Empire Trooper may have been enough to win it. Maybe a little bit of extra gear would have been enough. Maybe not having preloaded turn meter. There's interesting relics here. Like Mission Zalbar having relics is... I mean, it's not the worst, but there's no reason to do it. You can see, like, that didn't really make him any tankier. We still got through him quick. Canderous is a nice relic. Love that relic. And we burn through it quick. I don't know about defensively for this Omicron, but I definitely not lead. If you were using this Omicron, you're going to want to use Talzin lead. I don't remember how this went. It's certainly possible that I lost this.
Everything you said they already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know.
There's the... Was that the first or second sacrifice? Hopefully it was the second. Feed turn meter over to Yoda. Alright. Yeah, from here this should be pretty safe. And that's why Jolie is awesome. and should absolutely be one of the first Zetas on an account. Running a little low on the time. But there we go. I feel like the temperature during this record is like bringing me down. It's like lulling me into a lower energy state. Alright, Rogue One here is like whatever. I probably want to do something cheap so I have more options up against Geos. I still got plenty of time left in this video. So either I burned a bunch of chances trying to clear things, or I got through it. I remember this one. Yeah. Because of the gear levels on this Rogue One team, I thought this was going to be more definitive. But you see that it's actually a little bit more work than I would have expected going in, because I've got Zetas and gear on this old Republic squad. It's all the exposes from the Jin lead Zeta. I go with the AoE because I don't. With the retribution on base, he would hit back 3 times. So I'd rather just deal with the one counter. Like right here, we gotta deal with these 3 base hits. But at least this time, Zelbar had taunt up. Jin we want to take out so she can't revive. And as soon as the protection goes down, Cassian falls apart. Now back to the Geos. Let me see if I got through these guys or not. Otherwise I don't want to waste time with it. Yeah, the rest of this is just me burning squads trying to get through the Geos, and I don't do it. So we end up not... Let me just skip to the end of this, so we can look at the final count. This I lose. I didn't even look at how my opponent performed, so I don't know what the final board looks like. He did not have... He participated and didn't have... maybe he didn't participate. Yeah, here's the final result, 596 to 1064. And while we're here, looks like he one-shot everything, no problems. But next week, we'll do all my battles and get back to normal. Just, I've been spending less time on the alt account, especially during Conquest. It's a lot of stuff to do. With the alt account, I only got, I don't know, I think I cleared 2 sectors, got some minimal crate stuff. Can't put in the same level of effort into both accounts, don't have the time. But thank you for watching, be safe out there everyone, be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. It's the wrong one.